meters freestyle heats. Heat 1.
Well, a very good morning to you. We are go on day one of the AP Race London International 2026. A massive thank you for joining us here at the iconic London Aquatic Centre, the home of the London 2012 Olympic Games and exclusively the home of the AP Race London International 2026. 4 athletes in this first one. Kiara Koch goes in lane 3. 4 is Julia Kulik. 5 is Sienna West. And 6 is Lou Benelli. Well, a huge number of nations represented across the course of the AP Race London International this year. Athletes from 52 countries will join us over the next 3 days. And 3 different nations represented in this one. 2 Swiss athletes, Koch and Benelli, are both from Switzerland. Kulik in lane 4 is from Poland, and then West in 5 from Great Britain. It's Kulik who leads 103.94 through the first 100 meters, with British swimmer Sienna West in second at the moment.
Morning. How you doing, Matthew?
I'm all right. How are you, Alan?
I am ready. This is the AP Race London International. It's day one, and it always amazes me. Every time we get here inside the London Aquatic Centre, this event looks bigger and better and brighter every single time. And me and you are very lucky. We've been here every single event, and we've watched this grow and grow and grow. And these crowds that gather over the 3 days here in London, they get noisier and noisier and noisier. And that's all we want. You buy a ticket to the AP Race London International, all we ask of you is to make lots of noise and to cheer all of the swimmers. This could be the biggest moment in some of these swimmers' entire careers, their entire lives. So let's make sure it's memorable. Every time these swimmers finish a race, you there up in the crowd, whether you were team 1 or team 2 for John Mason a few moments ago, we are all one big team. When these swimmers finish their races today, here on day one, you are going to cheer, you are going to clap, and we are going to make this the most memorable AP Race London International yet.
Absolutely. As we continue to watch this 400 freestyle first heat, Julia Kulik from Poland leads. She's swimming under the Loughborough University banner, has just moved over here to train. First time racing the 400 free in Britain, actually. 4:29 is her lifetime best. So she'll be turning for the final 100 meters at this turn. So she's got 100 meters left to swim. And she's a good way ahead here. Of course, the bell rings, still a pretty new concept, the bells and lap cards on the 400 freestyle events. As Koch and West turn almost identically, next to nothing between them, just 3 100. So now we're into the last 75 for Julia Kulik.
Away they go then. You've got Kulik, Koch, West and Benelli. And again, already three different nationalities on our board. There is so many people from so many places around the world gathered here, some of the world's elite athletes over these next 3 days, and we are kicking off in style with the women's 400 meter freestyle, and we're down to the last 50 meters pretty much for all of them as they make the turn here at the diving board end of the London Aquatic Centre, the iconic venue and home of some wonderful events, of course, not discounting London 2012, which by my calculations was a long time ago now. It only seems like yesterday. Right, get ready, put your hands together, make some noise, bring in the swimmers and give them their memorable moment here as they come in to finish this first of the 400 meter freestyle races.
And we open it up with a new PB for Julia Kulik. 4:27.15 is a new best time by 2 seconds for the Polish athlete. Kira Koch finishes second. 4:35.68 for the Swiss athlete in lane 3. Sienna West completes your top 3.
Heat 2.
Second heat of the women's 400 freestyle takes to the water on the first day of the AP Race London International 2026. A full complement of 10 swimmers in this heat. Janara Nabi from Pakistan's in lane 0. It's Laura Etten of the Netherlands in 1. Ella Carroll from Ireland in 2. Abigail Bonham from the United States in 3. Eva Faustdottir of Iceland in 4. Emma Bjornholtz from Denmark in 5. Sliala Devrin from Switzerland is in 6. 7 is Emma Radowski from the United States. Hattie Lever from Great Britain in 8. And Alice Harper of Great Britain in lane 9. So we've ticked off another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 countries in this second heat. And we're just going to keep ticking off new countries as we head through the rest of the weekend.
The opening 100 meters belongs to the Dutch swimmer in lane number 1. 102.93, Laura Etten from the Netherlands. Going a 33.10 on the back 50, but 102.93 leads the way. Faustdottir of Iceland in second position as they head back down towards the dive pit end here. Oh, if you haven't seen the entire schedule, let's tell you all about it today. Here in the heats, we've got the 400 freestyles. We're going to follow that, Matthew, with the 400 individual medley men's event. We've got butterfly following that. 50 freestyles coming up for both men and women as well. 200 fly for the women, 200 breaststroke as well. Men's 200 back, women's 50 back, men's 50 breast, and the men's 1500 meter freestyle as well. It's an action-packed morning session here on day 1. Here they come to the halfway stage.
Yeah, halfway through this second heat, and it's led through the centre. Eva Faustdottir from Iceland turns there into 11.2 halfway. She's looking to go around the 4:27 mark in order to match her previous best time. Lane 7 currently sits in second. That's Radowski from the United States. Great that this event has been supported by so many swimmers from the USA. And the names will just get bigger as we move throughout each and every one of these heats this morning. Continues to be Faustdottir, who leads by just over a second. Not quite safe from Radowski just yet, as the 21-year-old from Iceland leads heading into the final 100 meters.
Bell rings as they make that turn with 100 to go then. that lead all changing around. Faustdottir from Radowski. The American coaches waving their arms away on the far side. Second heat of 6 of these women's 400 freestyle races. Rodowski just about holding on from Faustdottir over in lane number 4. They have to take a really good look across. But it does look like our swimmer here in lane 7 from the United States of America is going to take it. Let's put those hands together. Let's make a bit of noise here in London. So Radowski's unofficial time at the moment, 4:27.96. We'll just wait for the official results to pop up. There they are. There's the official results for heat number 2. Next up is heat 3.
Heat 3 away on this women's 400 metres freestyle. It's Millie Frelful from Great Britain in 0. In fact, Great Britain take up lanes 0 through 4. Ella Smith in 1. Evangeline Stacey in 2. Janica Forsters in 3. And Katie Otterson in 4. Solveig Hakondorria of Iceland in 5. Elise Block from the United States in 6. And Nina Brun from Switzerland in 7. Asta Maddox of Great Britain in 8. And Laura Sharankova from Bulgaria is in lane 9.
Well, no standout leaders in the first 100 of this heat. So as they all take a tumble over, it is Sharankova of Bulgaria that leads the way in lane number 9. Dobro utro, as she would say. Good morning to everybody. Welcome for joining us. If you're just coming in, take a seat, get your clapping hands at the ready. We are in for a biggish, longish kind of session here this morning. The finals absolutely fly by, and don't forget we've got the B Junior and Para final sessions starting at 4:30 this afternoon. Make sure you are joining us for those.
And for the first time ever, every single race at the AP Race London International this year is live streamed on YouTube. So if you're joining us on YouTube, hello, good morning, nice to have you along as well.
Are we on the telly?
Yeah, we're on the telly.
We're on the telly. I did my hair.
Your hair is always beautiful, Alan.
Block in front to 11:31. Ella Smith, lane 1 in second to 11:87 for Smith as she goes over. But it is Block in 6 who leads the way. Coming up to 2:45 on the clock. She's just inside that. 2:44.90. And again, we get very used to the United States coaches being noisy, and they're coming in full force in the early stages of these 400s, so waving away to Elise Block in lane 6 at the moment. The bell's getting ready.
Elise Block leads 319.16 on that turn. Anina Bruin, 319.61. So lanes 6 and 7 ahead of the field. Lane 1 looking strong as well here. This is Ella Smith from Great Britain. Final turn, 353.08 to 353.20. Just 12/100ths of a second between Bruin and Block in lanes 6 and 7. And you still can't rule out lane 1. Last 20 then, London. As lane 1, Ella Smith might come through and sneak this. She's going to, you know. These 2 and 6 and 7 had their own private battle, but lane 1's going to come around the outside and beat them both. It's Ella Smith in 4:26.15 who takes first place for Great Britain. Anna Bruin of Switzerland goes 4:26.97 to take second. It's Elise Block in third. Official results on your screen for the women's 400 freestyle heat 3. This is heat 4. Heat 4 of the women's 400 freestyle. Only 6 heats of this event, so this is the last of the unseeded heats. We'll be into the very fast territory next. Willow Harrison is in lane 0 for Great Britain. It's Mia Eubank of the United States in 2. Elizabeth Land for Great Britain is in 3. 4 is Ella Antonevsky for the United States. 5, Jasmine Hall for Great Britain. 6 is Emma Signer for the United States. 7 is Paige Caval for the USA. 8, Aviva Helinski of Austria. And 9 is Fruke Ludwig from the Netherlands. It's Aviva Helinski who leads in lane 8 at the moment. Turns there in 1:36.5. Helinski is 18, representing Austria at the AP Race London International, but trains out of Mount Kelly. Halfway turn coming through now, and it will be a continuation. Aviva Helinski leads 2:10.2, Mia Eubank 2:10.6, half a second between the two leaders at the moment.
Olinsky turns in front from Signa and the Eubank. Down they come to touch for the final 100. And it's still fairly tight, isn't it? In fact, that's a really good 50 from Eubank as she goes from third to first in lane number 2, a 33.01. 3:17.71 for Eubank. Well, here comes Olinsky. And also now going well in 6, Signa. And in fact, Corval went with them as well. So the 1, 2, 3 is in 6, 8, and 7. Eubank dropping down into 4th position, but here comes the kick for home. This is where you raise your noise. This is where you start to put your hands together and give some support for these wonderful youngsters as they come towards the wall. And it's going to be a bit of a battle here to see which one of these swimmers takes our heat 4 of 6. That's going to be tight at the wall. It is, in fact, so close. They did it together. Signa and Olinsky, 4:23.26. Just in front of Eubank. And there you go, there's the official results. So Signa and Olinsky hitting exactly the same time as we hit heat number 5.
Heat 5 is away. It's Fleur Lewis in 0 for Great Britain. Jessica Smalafrin in 1. Phoebe Cooper of Britain in 2. Mila Nikanorov of the United States in 3. Freya Colbert goes in lane 4 for Team England. 5 is Eri Ebina from Japan. 6 is Sophie Van from Great Britain. 7 is Marta Hika Kamp from the Netherlands. 8 Molly Baker from Great Britain, and 9 is Gabriella Hafner from the United States of America. Freya Colbert, world champion on the 400 IM from the Doha 2024 World Championships. British champion on the 400 freestyle and British record holder on the 200 freestyle event. 22-year-old Colbert leads through the first 100, and she's going to lead throughout the entirety of this race, I would predict. 1:69, her opening split. Well, I said that Colbert would lead throughout the whole thing. Nikolov is going for her. They turn at exactly the same time at the 150 meter mark, 1:33.04 each. And the team of US coaches on the far side of the pool getting very loud as they notice their swimmer in the lead alongside the world gold medalist in the center. .200 complete, and it's Nikanorov who leads 2:05.49 to 2:05.62, just over a tenth of a second between them. 13 100ths to be exact separate the American in 3 from the Briton in 4.
And this is the sort of thing that makes this event different. We have masters swimmers, we got youngsters, we got Olympians, we got world champions. We got absolutely everybody here from all over the globe. Freya Colbert being one of those wonderful, wonderful swimmers that we have here on day one. And of course, understandably, these swimmers, as they hit this bell, will swim slightly within themselves. Yes, they want to qualify for the final, but they've got to save enough to be able to compete in that final. And in the same way that we had a joint first at the end of the last race, here into the final 100, Colbert and Ebina cannot be separated either as they head down for one final turn. All right, 25 meters to go then, the penultimate 400 freestyle. Let's start to get that support going up in the stands. Let's start to make a little bit of noise inside the London Aquatic Centre. We're under the belly of the whale. Let's hear you scream as they come in towards the finish then. It's going to be very close. Nikanorov takes it 4:12.91, Colbert 4:13.03, Ebina 4:13.75. All right, there's the official result then. Nikanorov takes it from Colbert and Ebina. This is Heat 6.
Final heat of the women's 400 freestyle at the AP Race London International 2026. Let's run you through your swimmers. Ava Cooks in 0 for Great Britain. 1 is Sasha Gatt of Malta. In 2 is Alexandra Bastone from Wales. 3 is Emily Smith from England. 4 Isabel Goss from Germany. 5 Madison Mitenko from the United States. 6 is Linda Roth from Germany. Britain's Lucy Parsons in 7. Zeda Mail of the United States in 8, and Hedvig Volts from the Netherlands is in lane 9. Isabel Goss, multiple world medalist and Olympic medalist. Is world short course champion on the 1500, world champion on the team open water. Took a bronze medal on this event in Doha in 2024. And the German athlete leads. And leads comfortably. Nearly a second ahead of Madison Mintenko in second place at the moment. Mintenko only 19 years old.
Short course world champion, a European 400-meter champion as well. Isabel Goss bringing her experience to the pool on day number 1. And it is Gosse that continues to lead from her compatriot Linda Roth. 2:35.04 for Roth, and Smith in third position. In towards the final 100 they come then. The bell will ring for Gosse at first. And the race is on between the rest then, Roth, Smith, Mintenko. So Germany, England, USA. Commonwealth Games, of course, just around the corner. A small football event you've got to get done first, and then the Commonwealth Games a little bit later in our calendars. A lot of these swimmers ramping up, ready to take on the best in the Commonwealth. But here it is our Paris bronze medal winner in the 1500 that's going to take our 400. Give him a round of applause. Isabel Gosse comes in 4:09.77 inside 4:10 for Germany's Gosse, followed in by her compatriot Roth. And it was Amelie Smith with eyes on the Commonwealth Games in third position as well. Let's wait for those official results for that one. And just like that, it's magic. Gosse, Roth, Smith, Mintenko. Let's give her a big round of applause for all of the women's 400-meter freestyle athletes. We're going to move into our next event as well. It will be the 400-meter men's individual medley events. We got 3 of these, and this is heat number 1.
To our second event in the AP Race London International 2026. Thanks for joining us here at the London Aquatic Centre or live on the AP Race YouTube channel. It's Regan Gallagher of Great Britain in lane 1, Matthew Satariano from Malta's in 2, Frank Lamb of Great Britain in 3, Samuel McAvoy for Switzerland in 4, Brian Dinev from Great Britain in 5, Jano van Dam for the Netherlands in 6, is Samuel Fakete of Slovakia in 7, and Joshua Merkel for Great Britain in lane 8. As Alan said, only 3 heats of this 400 medley. On to the backstroke leg of this men's 400 individual medley. And it's lane 6, Jano van Dam, who leads just a tad ahead of Samuel Faketa from Slovakia. This is the halfway turn, so backstroke to breaststroke. As Van Dam leads 2:11.23, Faketa 2:11.82. So half a second between the two lads in the lead here. The breaststroke, though, can always be the great changer.
Now, you've known me a long time, Matthew. I love names. I absolutely love names. And so far, we've had Eubank, Ben, and now Van Dam's turned up as well. This is just a martial arts and boxing event so far. This is fantastic. I absolutely love all the names on the screen. And it's great to see, again, just names from all over the world joining us here. And it challenges you and I to have to say them properly.
We always rise to that challenge as much as we can.
Give it our best.
.25 meters of the breaststroke leg left of this 400 medley, and then we're on to the 100 freestyle back end swim. Looks like there has been a change in the lead. Lane 2, Matthew Satariano was behind, now is rocketed to the front as he takes the final turn at this end.
Satariano 3:31.40, went 38.59. You can see on the screen here just how quick his 50 was compared to the rest. Frank Lamb kicking around in the top part of the standings at that point as well. The final 100 of this. Let's take a look as they hit the 50-meter start end and make their way back down. So it is Satariano 4:03.26, Van Dam chasing in behind. Faketa of Slovakia in third position, Frank Lamb in fourth, but no doubting who is going to take our first of the three 400 IM races, and again doing it looking very casual indeed. Big round of applause for Matthew Satariano, 4:34.50. Faketa in second position, Jarno Van Dam in third. Satariano with a thumbs up to somebody in the crowd. He's happy with that one. That's the official result for heat number 1. We kick off heat number 2.
Second of the free heats in the men's 400 individual medley. We cycle seed the last 2 heats in a 400-meter event, so this is the first of the cycle seeded heats. Filip Gero of Slovakia is in 0. It's Wilfred Lee from Great Britain in 1. Daniel Giannattis of the United States in 2. Braden Kappen for the US in 3. Max Litchfield of Team England in 4. George Smith for Great Britain in 5. Alexander Grochowski for the United States in 6. Jose Enrique Rodriguez goes in lane 7 for Spain. 8 is Charles Camplin for the United States, and 9 is Wouter Zylstra from the Netherlands. He's the British record holder on this event as well, in a class of his own within Great Britain, really, on the 400 medley. did manage to pick up a silver medal at the World Championships in Doha in 2024, so is a world silver medalist. And Max leads into the halfway turn, 2:05.34 for the English and British swimmer in the centre. There's two competitions that the British swimmers are looking at over the summer. Some have been selected for the European Championships, which will take place in Paris. And of course also, as Alan's mentioned a few times, the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow this year is going to be a highlight on the calendar for many of the home athletes. The Commonwealth teams of both England and Wales in the pool with us this weekend. Litchfield is now 5 seconds ahead of anybody else, so be in no doubt that he is likely to enter tonight's final the fastest. Is not going to get away with it totally easily. There's a young man in lane 4 of the next heat who could be right up alongside him, which will be interesting to see. But for the moment, within his own heat, it's Litchfield ahead by more than 5 metres as he takes the final 100.
You could say he's bred streets ahead here. You could.
It would be very on brand for you to say that.
Would be very on brand. But he is streets ahead. And he will stay where he is at this final turn and bring the rest of these swimmers in. We look forward to seeing Max a little later in the finals and of course over various different events throughout the course of this bank holiday weekend. So final 25 metres then, put your hands together for one of Britain's finest swimmers as he heads his way back in then. Let's give it up for Max Litchfield, who's going to lead this heat in towards the wall. And he's going to do that in a time of 4:21.49.
An exceptionally impressive time for Max Litchfield, but still really just cruising. 4:21.49 for him, places him top and favourite for tonight's final, but still one more heat to come. George Smith finished in second with Braden Cappan under the 4:30 mark in third, so top 3 break 4:30. And that results now official. This is heat 3. Third and final heat of the men's 400 metres individual medley at the AP race, the London International 2026, exclusively at the London Aquatic Centre. Hello to all of you watching in the stands here at this amazing venue, and walking in this morning in the sunshine, it just did look absolutely stunning. And also a very good morning to those of you joining us on the AP Race YouTube channel all across the world. There's several of you tuned in live, which is great to see. In fact, more than 300 of you joining us online. This is the third heat of men's 4IM. It's Kai Joyner in 0 for the USA, Luxembourg's Finn Kemp in 1, Holmar Gretarsson for Iceland in 2, David Annas of Britain in 3, 4 is Michael Hochwald for the United States, 5 is Cedric Busing for Germany, 6 is Ed Marcel Whittles for Great Britain, 7 is Ivan Grabko of Bulgaria, 8 is Donatas Dragasius for Great Britain, and 9, Alexei Denisov for Estonia.
I've just been asked to smile. That's very out of character. All right, Michael Hochwald leads the way here, and a bit like Max Litchfield a few moments earlier, Matthew taking this race by the scruff of the neck and deciding to dominate and to set his own pace. Hochwald comes up here in a time of 2:04.61, Bussing 2:07.04 in second. Marcel Whittles of Great Britain in third position as they head into this breaststroke.
Yeah, Hochwald very much in control of this race. He was the young man I mentioned might be able to nip at the heels of Max Litchfield in the final tonight. I'm pretty certain that Hochwald will make that final. It needs to go, well, if he goes under 4:30, he's definitely in it. Best time for him is his entry time. 4:11.46 is the fastest he's gone on a 400 medley long course. And now into the final 50 meters of this breaststroke leg. He's being caught here a little by Cedric Bussing.
Yeah, Bussing's going to make this third heat a little more interesting and close than our first as they head into the freestyle. Hochwald from Bussing, 3:20.40, 3:21.46. Marcel Whittles, 3:24.43. Those three are out in front and gone. And again, all about energy conservation at this stage. Get yourself in a final, go and take a break. Some of them will be swimming in other races, I'm sure. Over they go then. And there's not a lot in this, so let's give them some support as they head down the final 50. Can we separate Hochwald and Bussing? It was 52-15, 52-19 for the two swimmers in lanes 4 and 5, and they're still really close as they come through the final 25 then. Is it going to be Hochwald? Is it going to be Bussing? What we do need is some noise. London Aquatic Centre, wake up, let's go. This is day one of AP Race London International. And it goes Hochwald's way, 4:20.66, Bussing 4:20.79. Let's get that applause going for these final swimmers coming in then. Dragasius being one of them, Finn Kemp of the Netherlands, 4:43.99 for the Dutchman. All right, as they make their way out, let's have a big round of applause for all of the athletes in the men's 400 meters individual medley here at the AP Race London International. That's the official result for heat number 3. We'll take a look at the summary of that event in just a few moments' time. Just like that, there we go. Hochwald from Bussing, Litchfield in there as well. And then George Smith, Marcel Whittles, Kevin Anis, Joina Guerrero as well. So there we go. That is our top 10 for the heats. We'll be jumping straight back into the action in a couple of seconds as we make our way into the men's 100-meter butterfly heats. Hold on to your swim caps. There's 11 of these. And this is heat 1.
Only 4 swimmers in our first heat in a men's 100 fly. These are going to come a lot quicker than the 400s, 4 times as quick even. It's Charles Yeo in 3 for Britain, Alessandro Rumiato for Italy in 4, Dominic Bartoletti of Britain in 5, and Marco Pinazza for Italy is in 6. .28.04 for Pinazza to lead. The Italian swimmer in lane 6 is 19 years old. Youngest in the field here is Charles Yao, who is 15 on the far side.
So we've shortened the distances. This means you guys have got to pay attention now, because these races will finish time after time after time, quicker and quicker and quicker. So let's get ready to bring them in for our first 100 fly finish then. Pinazza in lane 6 is going to take a 101.13. Yao in second, 102.37, followed by Rumiato and Bartoletti. There's the official result for heat number 1. Here comes heat number 2. Matthew, you and me, we're AP OGs. We've been here since day one, and some other people that have been here since day one will recognize this joke. Where's where? You knew it was coming. You absolutely knew it was coming. Where is over there. I still, to this day, don't actually know where is. I really should Google it, but I don't know.
They're here at the London Aquatic Centre. That's all you need to know.
All right.
It's the only place to be. Who's here? In lane 0, we've got Lee for Britain. It's Turner for the US in 1. Anstein for the US in 2. Italy's Froyo in 4. Seal is in 5. 6 is Kimberly. 7 is Aldovsari. 8 is Rita. And 9 is Lee. Pretty close between lanes 1 and 2. Josh Turner in 1. Henry Anstein in 2. They're going to come into the wall together. It is lane 1 against it. Josh Turner, 58.62. Only 4 100ths ahead of Henry Anstein. Next to nothing between first and second.
There we go. That's the official result of Heat 2. We rumble on with Heat number 3.
Heat 3 in a men's 100 fly. It's Robson in 0 for Britain. Hartvigsen of Denmark in 1. Hamad for Egypt in 2. Rosid of Norway in 3. Van der Merwe for Great Britain in 4. Vidder for the Seychelles in 5. Giltnane for Great Britain is in 6. Bertullo for Italy in 7. Man of Britain in 8. And Al Said for Saudi Arabia is in lane 9.
Again, some great experiences and a real diversity when it comes to the countries, but also ages as well. Giltnane, 40 years of age. We've got a 15-year-old alongside him, Bertollo, and also Al Said as well.
Look at this from lane 0. Simon Robson on the outside is absolutely flying. 22 years old. He's entered on a minute .82 and he hits the wall in 56.57. Huge time from Simon Robson, representing the Northeast region here at the AP Race London International. Great to have so many Northeast swimmers racing with us this weekend. Second was in lane 9. So first was lane 0, second was lane 9. Almost the opposite way round to what you'd expect. Samuele Bertuolo finished in third. The top three all dip underneath the minute mark. This is heat 4. Four feet of the men's 100 fly. It's Abu Saeed from Saudi Arabia in 0. Brophy from Ireland in 1. Carter of Britain in 2. Coleman of the US in 3. Swales of Britain in 4. Delanin for Albania in 5. Nock is in 6 for Britain. 7 is Al-Qahtani for Saudi Arabia. Battle is in 8 for Great Britain. And 9 is Aane for Norway.
Here they come towards the wall. Then once again, put your hands together. Here they are at the wall for you. Joseph Coleman goes 55.08. It's Swales from Delanin. And Brophy, the only other one inside the minute mark this time around. That was heat 4. Inevitably, this is heat 5.
It's heat 5 at the men's 100 fly at the AP Race London International 2026. Sebastian Williams is in 0 for Britain. It's Davis in 1 for the US. Victorman for Germany in 2. Alzaki for Saudi Arabia in 3. Delwood of Britain is in 4. Anderson for Iceland in 5. Allen of Britain in 6. Wetley for Switzerland is in 7. Blazej for Britain is in 8. And Thomas for Britain is in 9.
Yeah, this one's pretty close, isn't it? Through those final 25 they go. And Alzaki just had a winner in lane number 3. We're looking that way again. The green cap of the Saudi Arabian summer is going to hit the wall first. Give it up for Mohamed Alzaki, 55.88. I think everybody inside the minute mark this time around. And there we are. It was David Davis in second position. That's the official of heat 5. Here comes heat number 6.
Starting to get quicker every single time. This is heat 6 of the men's 100 fly. It's Vizda in 0, Fleming in 1, Dins in 2, Petkov in 3, Slavic in 4, Bullman in 5, Alataibi in 6, Morgan Hughes 7, Pareja in 8, and Miklos in 9.
We might need a towel for some of our officials in lane 8 and 9 there. They got very wet at the start of that one. Big splashes the swimmers hit the water. You'll dry off, it's fine. Here they come back. Slavic, the Czechia swimmer, leading the way. And again, great gathering of different nations from all around the globe here. Netherlands, Czechia, Bulgaria, Pakistan, Great Britain and the USA all involved in this one, but no doubting the winner. Give it up in lane 4. Andrej Slavik goes 54.56. We are getting faster and faster, as we should do. Entered with a 56, so Slavik going much quicker than that. That was the official result of heat number 6. Let's go heat 7. All right, before Matthew talks about this race, if you are one of the swimmers from the women's 50 meters freestyle, you need to start making your way to the call room, especially those in heats 1, 2, and 3. So swimmers for the women's 50 freestyle, can you start making your way to the call room, please?
It's the 17th men's 100 fly. Reese Darby's in 0. For Wales, it's Kuhn of the Netherlands in 1. Gulan for Switzerland in 2, Kinlan of Britain in 3, Zerk goes in 4 for Estonia, Dodds of Britain in 5, Lydian of Britain in 6, Kaplan of the USA in 7, Galloway of Britain in 8, and Dibacco for Italy is in lane 9. With 10 left to swim, it is clearly going to be the swimmer from Estonia in the center. Gregor Zerk goes 53.88 to convincingly win the 17th men's 100 fly. Huge swim from the 27-year-old from Estonia. Second was Francesco De Baccio. And Isaac Dodds completes your top 3. Official result on screen for that event. This is heat 8.
Away they go then. And again, lots of different flags of the world popping up on our screens here. Jerkic in lane 0. You've got Platter in 1. Dorfeld in 2. Nurkic, Kachapur in lane 3. Parrott in 4. 5 is Carr. Un in 6. Junaitis in 7. Milne in lane 8. And it is Kakia in lane number 9.
And our new country to add to the list, if you're keeping a tally there, Bosnia and Herzegovina in lane 3. Into our final 5 meters, and it is actually the swimmer from Bosnia who seems to be just ahead. Yeah, it is, 54.69 for Mak Mudik Kapur. Second is Jan Jurek in 54.96. And Nathan Carr completes your top 3, the swimmer from the United States, 55.07. Heat 8's result is official. This is Heat 9. into our cycle seeded heats to the men's 100 fly. So this and then two more to bring you. Jack Knights in 0, Jano Vashnitz in 1, Matthias Christensen in 2, Evan Jones in 3, Josh Gammon is in 4, Dean Fern in 5, Bernier Halfdansen goes in 6, 7 is Harrison Homans, 8 is Matthias Christoph, and 9 is Brian Leon. Evan Jones turns in first place, part of the Aquatics GB team. Racing here at the AP Race London International, as is Josh Gammon in lane 4. It's Gammon ever so slightly ahead as they pass in front of us. Last 5, it will be Josh Gammon, I think, that'll just get the touch. Takes the wall in 52.87, and that is the new standard to beat. Evan Jones goes 53.07 to finish 2/10 back from the leader. Dean Fern, the 18-year-old from the Uni of Stirling, finishes in 3rd. So a British top 3 in Heat 9 of the men's 100 fly. That result is confirmed and official. This is Heat 10.
Penultimate heat of the men's 100 fly. Elsgaard of Denmark in lane 0. From then it's Smink of the Netherlands, Curlew Jamaica, Adama Nigeria, Peters England, Finch Great Britain, Davis USA, Peacock Denmark, Chung from USA, and Rodriguez Great Britain completing your lineup in this one.
All through the first turn, and it's Jacob Peters who leads out in 24.53. But now Nicholas Finch starting to challenge the man to his right-hand side, and it's going to be lane 5 that takes this clearly. Nicholas Finch goes 53.02 to take first place. Not quite as fast as the previous heat, but great effort to take heat 10. Mika Davis goes 53.51 to finish 2nd for the United States.
That's the official results of heat number 10. Our final heat of these 100 butterflies. Here's heat 11. Final heat, Matthew. Here we go then. Heat 11 of 11 of the men's 100 butterfly here on day 1 of the AP Race London International. Knight, Roberton, Keating and Sutcliffe all for Great Britain in 0, 1 and 2. We got Fernandez of Spain in 3, Mildred, England in 4, Fraser, Wales in 5, Nicholson, Denmark in 6, Great Britain's Edwards in 7. London is rising indeed in lane number 8 for the United States of America, and Rammel is in lane 9 for the USA as well.
Fernandez leads Mildred through the first 50 meters, but Mildred can hold his own over the 200 fly, so we'll have a really strong back end here as Mildred looks to take first place in this final heat. It's Ed Mildred in 52.21. He'll definitely be through to the final with that in a central lane. Fernandez second in 52.70. That'll also make the super final. London Rising gets in 3rd place. Huge reaction from the US coaches at his result.
All right, let's put our hands together for all of the swimmers in the men's 100-meter butterfly heats. Well done to all of them. There you can see our summary. Mildred, Fernandez, Gammon, Finch and Jones. That's the top 5. when it comes to the timeline, we are going to be kicking off our next event right now. Women's 50 meters freestyle heats. This is heat number 1.
You thought the hundreds were fast. These 50s are going to be lightning quick. Everyone here representing Britain. 0 is Mazzoli. It's Kennedy in 1, Coughlin in 2, Froome in 3, Stratton in 4, Kennedy in 5, Didenko 6, McNaughton 7, Payne 8, and Winifred 9. Well, we've not talked loads about our para swimmers yet. We have, for the first time, a huge collection of para swimmers at the AP Race London International. Iona Winifred, Paralympic medalist, goes in lane 9. It is Kitty McNaughton who finishes in first place, 29.23. And Jessica Kennedy goes 29.84 to finish second. Third there is Tally Froome.
That's the official results of 1. Here's heat 2.
Second heat is go again, big British representation here. Kushtar, Cusack, King, Fleming, Jacobs, Gilpin, Williams, Italian swimmer Prudenziato goes in 6. It's Cuthbert in 7, Willis in 8, and Shaw in lane 9. Last 10 meters and lane 3 seems to be just ahead. Gracie, Fleming, Jacobs, but now maybe 4 will take it. It is 4. Jessica Gilpin in 29.82. Second is Isabel King in 29.90. 8 100ths between first and second.
Here we go then, heat 3.
Thirty of 20 heats of this women's 50 freestyle. It's Copley in 0, Green in 1, Dixon in 2, Ilhan in 3, Herdman Grant in 4, Lambert 5, Liam 6, Antvey in 7, Stenison 8, and Cuddy is in lane 9.
As we always expect, the 50s, no one pulling away massively, and it looks like here in lane 6, Lion will roar to the victory, 29.94. Second, Ilian, as the official result for heat 3. Coming up, heat 4.
Heat 4 is away. Maximova in 0, Giardina in 1, Randalls 2, Curl 3, Lido in 4, Omand in 5, Tom in 6, Cremonesi in 7, Wilkins in 8, and Besant is in lane 9. Lane 1 looks pretty strong here. Giardina, but now being pimped by lane 8. It's Wilkins who finishes first, Maximova second, 29.82. And Giardina in third, 29.88.
As always, got to wait for those official results to come in. There are the official results. There was a disqualification in lane 8. Maximova takes this one in 29.82. Here's heat 5.
Heat 5 is go. It's Dabo in 0, Paling in 1, O'Brien in 2, Bissy in 3, Rossi in 4, Carroll in 5, 6 is Sutton, 7's Grant, 8 is Wakeling, and 9 is Chappell. It's lane 2 just ahead, Erin O'Brien from Great Britain. Might just get pipped on the finish. No, she does hold it. 29.32, only by 8/100ths of a second. Italian Rossi finishes second. Ursula Carroll goes 29.48 to finish third. This is heat 6. Viet in 0, Dodds in 1, Giardina in 2, Harkins in 3, Dumont in 4, Bilignoglu in 5, Kaduri in 6, Sheffield in 7, Letton Jones in 8, and Gill in lane 9. Lane 6 is clearly ahead here. Angela Kaduri will finish in first place and lower the standard by quite some way, 28.28 for the American swimmer in lane 6. Second is Serena Gill. This is heat 7. Symington in 0 on this one, with Julian in 1, Brand in 2, Keeling in 3. 4 is Scott, 5 is Day Dawson, 6 is Pavarin, 7 is Banks, 8 is Fletcher, and 9 is Wawa. Again, lane 6 seems to be ahead. This is Sofia Pavarin, and she does finish first, 28.17 for the Italian 15-year-old. Jasmine Scott goes 28.79 to finish second. She's also 15. And there's the official result for heat 7. This is heat 8. 0 is Furin with Kaduma in 1, Holmes in 2, Schreiber in 3, Shepard in 4 is Boris in 5, Wilbur in 6, 7 is Evans, 8 is Milani, and 9 is Peacock. Again, lane 6 seems to be the magic lane. Lila Wilbur leads by a body length into the finish here. Wilbur will finish in 27.96. Raffaella Furin of Italy finishes second, 29.18. Yeah, what a lead on a 50 for Lila Wilbur. This is heat 9. 0 is Veronese, 1 Carpenter, 2 is Magnian, 3 Williams, 4 is Baringer, 5 Nura, 6 is Edwards, 7 is Gregory, 8 is Popova, and 9 is Augustin. Lane 4 now leads in the centre. Felicity Baringer from Didcot, she'll finish first, 28.78. Second is Stiliana Popova in 29.01. Third there came from Elor Edwards. This is heat 10. Annabelle Smith goes in 0, it's Gimmer in 1, Bassini in 2, Balak in 3, Sprecher in 4, 5 is Winsenrod, 6 is Chapman, 7 is Rupert Singer, 8 is Manson, and 9 is Catchpole. Lane 5 now leads. This is Bryce Winsenrod, 18 years old from the United States. It will be Winsenrod who finishes in first, 28.01, just shy of the 27 mark. For the 18-year-olds. Second is Catchpole on the outside. The 20-year-old from Great Britain goes 28.71. This is heat 11. It's Minerva in 0 on this one, Popova's in 1, Rincorns in 2, Williams in 3, Marquez in 4, Mankes in 5, Marinesco Zhao in 6, Granger in 7, Bonimovic in 8, and Siganotto in lane 9. It's lane 1, Minerva from Italy, who seems to me like she might just get there. She does 27.75 for Ariana Minerva. And Giagnotto finishes second, the 15-year-old from Italy. This is heat 12. Bloomers in 0, Kempisti in 1, Hatton in 2, Savile in 3, Chingaglia in 4, Buff in 5, 6 is Mackenzie Corey, 7 is Bradshaw, 8 is Allen, and 9 is Colquhoun. It's lane 5, Mia Buff, 18 years old from the United States, who will finish in first place here. Mia Buff goes 26.90. Very, very nice indeed. 26.90, down from a 28.1 entry time to a 26.90. Huge swim from her. Mackenzie Corey finishes second. Kenzie Bradshaw is in your top 3. This is heat 13. P13 is away, Warrington in 0, Delincote goes in 1, 2 is Wagner, 3 Lafella, 4 is Emmett, 5 is Zhu, 6 Collier, 7 is Barker, 8 is Montgomery, and 9 is Despians. Callian Warrington in lane 0. Representing Great Britain is the British record holder, 27.63 in her classification. First to the wall is Wagner, 27.62. Second is Sue in 27.64. And Mably Collier finishes third, 27.94. This is heat 14.
Here we are then, heat 14. Still plenty more action to come in this 50 freestyle. A J in 0. Following on from there, it's Shepherd, Garland, Hafner, Simmons, Baring, Sheffield, Coletta, Bonici, and Lamb. Garlock going well, but also here in 4 Simmons, but it is Garlock from Simmons from Hafner. It's USA 1, 2, 3. That's the official result for heat number 14. Head back down to the start. This is heat 15.
Into the final few heats really now. Maskell in 0, Christmans Duttier in 1, Land in 2, Seigel in 3, Pavlaski in 4, Tanis in 5, Betchel in 6, Young in 7, Oftedal in 8, and Gokakovic is in lane 9. It is lane 1, Maskell, who did lead. She'll just get pipped in the final few meters. Pavlaski goes 26.73. Second is Seigel in 26.83. Gojakovic finishes third, 26.89. This is heat 16. Heat 16 is go. It's Homers Delgado in 0, Maddox in 1, Chan in 2, Clarks in 3, Antinevsky in 4, Block in 5, Vertamonik in 6, Vertus in 7, Caval in 8, and Lentner goes in lane 9. Lanes 2 and 3 side by side into this wall. It might just be lane 3. It is Imogen Clark, 26.29. Abigail Chan finishes second.
The English swimmer ahead of the American, the Norwegian in third. That's the official result of 16. Here comes 17. Woodis in 0, Davies following on from that. It's Wilkie, Cicero, Horvig, Cherna, Bazanova, Jakobsen, Singer, and Vrali. And as they hit the wall, it is Cherna from Czechia, 26.02 for the 50. Sophie Davies of Wales in second. That's heat 17. Let's go back down the other end. It's heat 18.
Zero is Crush, it's Holt in 1, Davis in 2, Carter in lane 3, 4 is Gil, 5 is Yanikova, 6 is Patuka, 7 Wood, 8 is Jordan, and 9 is Francis. Last 15 meters now, and lane 1 with a great swim. Nina Holt looks strong here, but it will come through the middle in lane 5. Yanichkova finishes in first, 25.10 for the 26-year-olds. Patoka takes second. This is heat 19. It's Berry in 0, Goodman's Dottia in 1, Biegler in 2, Kula in 3, Taylor's in 4, Mushk in 5, Akaro in 6, Namashenko in 7, Dora Moshka goes in 8, and Robinson in lane 9. It's Mushk against Taylor. Mushk will take it in lane 5, 24.57. Taylor goes 24.94. And Kula 24.99. The top three all inside 25 seconds. This is heat 20.
Here we go then, final swim of these 50 races. This is heat 20. Timmer, Kendall, Anderson, Damborg, Olasaweri, Rivet, Berger, Capron, Higgs and Major. They're the swimmers. Let's take a look at the times. Going well in 4. Olasaweri just going to get edged out by Revit. Darcy Revit, who goes 25.17. 4/100ths of a second ahead of Anam Olasaweri. And in third, it was Freya Anderson, 25.34. That whets the appetite for this evening's events. Big round of applause for the women's 50 meters freestyle. All the swimmers taking part, 20 heats of that one. That is the top 10 up on the screen right now. London, you having fun? Not sure about that. We'll come back to that in a second. All right, this is the women's 200 meters of butterfly heat. We'll try that again. London Aquatic Centre, you having a good time? Yeah, that's a good cheer. The first cheer sounded like you were watching West Ham. That second one was much better, much better. Here we go then, heat number 1. Not only do we want you to take part up in the stands, you can take part in lots of our masterclasses that we've got going on over the course of the weekend as well. We've got a turns masterclass with Anna Hopkin and Kyle Sockwell taking place today. We've got a dive starts masterclass with Anna and Kyle again tomorrow. And of course on Monday, we've got a breaststroke masterclass. And who better to teach a masterclass than Adam Ramsey PT on Monday? You can sign up for tickets for that. Get yourselves into that by going to the event page on the AP Race website. It starts at 1 o'clock today. There are still places available for today's turn masterclass. So if you want to figure out how to turn, today's the day with Anna and with Kyle. That starts at 1 o'clock. Get yourself on the website, go to the event page, and you can find how you can get yourself on that masterclass later on today. Over they go. Reese Huckel leading the way. We've got Gestad of Norway in lane number 2. Alice Harper starts 5 British flags in a row here. Huckel, Scott in lane 4. Emma Franklin in lane number 7. And Summer Chirita goes in lane number 8. Talking of summer, don't worry about the fact that it's going to be really hot all weekend. At some point, we're just going to lie to you and tell you it's raining outside. It's fine. That will cheer you up no end. It's absolutely throwing it down outside. I may have made that up.
Possibly. Huge lead for Reese Huckel in lane 3. Absolutely miles ahead of the rest of the field here. Huckel is 17 years old.
She gone.
As we come now into the last 5 meters. Lifetime best on the 200 fly is 2:27. She's going to be miles inside that. Huckel goes 2:24.79. 3-second PB to start off her AP Race London International campaign.
We can do more than a round of applause for that. That's a wonderful time to start off with. Well done, Reese Huckel. 2:24.79. We want you whooping and a hollering. Yeah, just like that. That was heat 1. There's the official results. Guess what? Here's heat 2.
Second heat of women's 200 fly. Let's run you through the swimmers. Hattie Lever is in 1 for Britain. It's Fleur Lewis in Britain, of Britain in lane 2. Lydia Cordell for Great Britain in 3. Audrey Derivu for the United States in 4. Laura Cabanez for Spain in 5. Zarina Zrabak for Great Britain in 6. And Matilda Potter of Britain in 7. Chiara Zanibalato for Italy is in lane 8. Now, I mentioned earlier about the para swimmers. First time ever that we're having a para program at the AP Race London International. Now, that means that we have para finals, and you'll see that when we do have para swimmers in the water, we don't have any in the 200 fly, but there will be some in the 50 free in a little bit of time. Those athletes score points, and the points are based on how close they get to their relevant world record. So you'll see a point score pop up on the screen. The top, however many points, top 10 will make it through to the final. I don't think there are many events where we have more than 10 swimmers, so most swimmers will make it through to the para super finals this year. And then the medals will be awarded in those para finals tonight. They're all taking place in those junior and BE finals. The first of a great evening of racing to come every night this weekend. It is Audrey Derivu of the United States who leads, well ahead of Cabanez in lane 5. There are only 4 heats of this, so this is the first of the cycle-seeded heats as we take now the last 10 meters. Audrey Deruvu from the US, 2:07 entry time. Takes the wall in 2:07.80. Huge well done to her. Right bang on her entry time. Cabanas finishes second, 2:10.22. And Matilda Potter, 2:16.60.
We might have to send John Mason into the crowd to remind people how to clap. There you go. That's it. Look at John Mason. Look, here he is. Look, that's how you clap. You can do it in any style. Just do it. There's the official result for heat number 2. I'm only being sarcastic. You're lovely, really. Here comes heat number 3. All right, here we go then. Heat number 3. Great Britain, Lavina. Not starting in this one. Mia Eubank, United States of America in 1, followed by her teammate Kociak in lane number 2. We got Lucia Lesti of Great Britain in lane 3. Helena Bach, Denmark, is in 4. Lucy Fox, Great Britain in 5. Aubriel Mackay in lane 6, USA. Lithuania's Erika Pasinskaite is in lane number 7. Ruby Muldowney is in lane number 8. And for Brazil, it is Akemi Futatsugi in lane number 9. That's the first 100 done. 1:02.83. Lucy Fox races out to the front. Back in second. 1:03.19. And then it was Kociak of the United States of America in third position. Down towards the final 50 they go. You saw all of our wonderful officials. Don't they look great in black and gold? They look fantastic. And some of them even smile today. Some of them. Not all of them. Back down they come. Let's see if we can split them up then. It's a front 3. In 5, it is Fox. A couple of lanes across. It is Kociak. And those two pretty much level as they come past my line. Give them a big cheer then. This is going to be a tussle at the end, and it goes America's way. 2:10.86. The American coaches punching the air with delight. Final couple of swimmers coming in. Just got to wait for the official result to come through. There we go. The official result for Heat 3 is now on the scoreboard. We'll move on to our final heat of this event. This is Heat number 4.
Valerie Arnold goes in lane 0 for Switzerland. It's Sigrid Naimo for the USA in 1. Emma Signath, US in 2. Britain have Shannon Stott in 3 and Kiana McInnes in 4. Emily Richards for Team England in 5. It's Seren Talentire of Great Britain in 6. Sweden have Tia Winberg in 7. Grace Yardley for Britain in 8. And Victoria Benimovic for Great Britain in lane 9. Halfway turn coming up. Kiana McInnes, British champion on the 200 fly, leads 102.16. Her halfway split, nearly a full second ahead of Shannon Stott. To her left-hand side, Emily Richards also flanking her from lane 5, and Richards pushing well on this third 50.
Already into the final heat of these women's 200-metre butterfly. Who's got a ticket for tonight? Shout yes. You've definitely got a ticket for tonight. I heard that over here. Who's got a ticket for tomorrow? Shout yes. You've definitely got a ticket for tomorrow. I can hear that from over here. Who's got a ticket every day? Crumbs. And what else would you do on a bank holiday weekend than spend it here with us at the AP Race London International? We thank every single one of you that has purchased a ticket and made your way here. Thank you so much for being part of the event once again. Now put your hands together and clap for these swimmers as they hit that wall. Kiana McInnes, 2:10.22, takes victory here in our final heat of this one. Richards in second, 2:11.53. And in fact, that is a joint time with Shannon Stott. So either side of McInnes, Stott and Richards going 2:11.53. Here comes Arnold, 2:30.63. That is the end of heat number 4. All right, that's the official result for heat number 4 up on the screen. Let's have a big round of applause for all of our swimmers in the women's 200 meters butterfly heats. Here's the summary. Derivaux, 2:07.80. Much the quicker Cabanas of Spain in second. McInnes in third. We'll look forward to those races a little bit later on. All right, we head over to the 50-meter end once again. It is the men's 50 meters freestyle heats. 22 of these. Here's heat 1.
Just 3 swimmers in this first heat of men's 50 freestyle. British record holder on the S653, Bruce D, goes in lane 3. Bailey Hall-Barnett's in 4. And Giovanni Brunello is in lane 5. So keeping a really close eye here on Bruce D's time. 31.45 is that British record set in this pool back in April. It's going to be first place for Bailey Hall-Barnett of Britain, 28.53. Brunello goes 29.54. D goes 32.36. And there's the official result for heat 1. This is heat 2. Second heat is go. It's Conroy, Teague, Venuti, Koyanagi, Zhao, Furtado, Poshpeshk, Winter, and Semenoglu. Last 5 meters, lane 5 just ahead, and it will be for Taro, 28.17. Conroy goes 28.34 to finish second. 2 tenths between first and second place. This is heat 3. Abendano in 0. 1 is Scott. East is in 2. Westcott in 3. Rosaid in 4. 5 is Duff. Wimpany in 6. Dereglazov in 7. Chikales in 8. And Itriago goes in lane 9. It's going to be lane 4 by miles. Matthias Rosid goes 26.22. Nearly 2 seconds faster than his entry time. Really pleased with that swim by the looks of it. Dereglazov finishes second. This is heat 4.
All right, away we go then. This is heat number 4. And just another reminder, let's make plenty of noise when these swimmers finish. This is a huge moment for some of these. We've got 13-year-olds going in this one. Bugeja and Cox in lane 1 and 2 are just 13 years of age. We've got 14-year-old Hughes in lane number 6. The entire race here is Drew Bugeja, Cox, Richards, Deboski, George, Hughes, Woodward, Hall and Manley. Let's give a big cheer. This is a huge moment for them. Let's make it even better. Ricard with the victory in this one. 26.91. And in fact, Charles Hall in lane 8 goes exactly the same time. Let's split them up. 26.91, that's the official results for heat number 4. Here comes heat 5.
Mainly British swimmers in this one. Ness in 0, Williams in 1, Cockett in 2, it's Carey in 3, Bowles in 4, Whitehead in 5, Migotto is the only international swimmer in 6, Despians in 7, Cochrane in 8, and White in lane 9. It's going to be lane 6. Migotto, who takes first place, 25.81. Really strong swim from Migotto. Again, knocks nearly 2 seconds off his entry time. Cockett second, Carey in third. But 25.81, Migotto wins it by nearly a clear second. This is heat 6. Nikolov in 0, Lee Ersdell in 1, Starks in 2, Harrigan 3, Brunton in 4, Alston in 5, Groves in 6, Cup 7, Lovelock 8, and Stott in lane 9. Last 15, it's lane 5, Philip Olsen of Norway, who leads through that marker. He's going to win it by a body length in the end. Great final few meters, 25.97 for Philip Olsen. Exactly a second underneath his entry time. Harry Harrigan goes 26.70 and Ed Groves 26.83. And there's the official results. This is heat 7. Mukwida in 0, Wallace in 1. It's Filchim in 3, Harvey in 4, Mills in 5, Hughes in 6, Wilson in 7, Yalsi in 8, and Moschatelli in lane 9. It's lane 5 who leads. This is Ryan Mills, 18 years old. He finishes first, 25.14. Wow, these swimmers are quick this morning. Really quick this morning. Frielheim goes 26.14 to finish second. This is heat 8. On to the 8th heat of the men's 50 circuit in 0, Lawson 1, Katandula 2, Hughes 3, Iman Mustafa 4, Espinas 5, Bagshaw 6, Bertalou 7, Lassarin 8, and Trotvine 9. It's Joseph Bagshaw in 25.55. Espinas goes 26.06 to finish second. In fact, it was joint second, 26.06 for Espinas and Bertulo. This is heat 9.
Heat 9 then. Soyland, Shaw, Gilitinani, Rumiato, Malik, Hamad, Cornford, Crotty, Validio, and Staton. And this one goes the way of Cornford in lane 6, 25.46. Giltinani in second. Omar Hamad, one of the Egyptian swimmers here. That was the 19th. This is in heat number 10.
Tenth heat of the men's 50 freestyle. It's Williams in 0. 1 is empty, 2 is Pinazza, 4 is Mancini, 5 is Allen, 6 is Gregory, 7 is Francis, 8 is McKean, and 9 is Bissett. into the last 5. It's between lanes 4 and 5, very close between them. It will be Mancini who takes first place, 25.25. Connor Allen second in 25.45. And Rowan Bissett goes 25.49. There's the official result on screen with the disqualification in lane 3. This is heat 11. Eleventh heat is go. This one includes Lewis in 0, Turner in 1, Johnson in 2, Norman in 3, Robinson 4, Pricks in 5, Simpson in 6, Redfern in 7, Faulkner in 8, and Taylor in lane 9. It's lane 0, Lewis going well. Now through the centre lanes 3 and 6. It's Norman in 3, 24.96. Second is Johnson in 25.13. It was a joint second place, actually. Sam Simpson and Magnus Jonsson, both 25.13. This is heat 12. Zero is Gallucci with Lee in 1, Branby in 2, Corsato in 3, Helps in 4, Arnold in 5, Buccioli in 6, Melia in 7, Lam in 8, and Rayman in lane 9. With 5 to go, it's anybody's guess. I cannot call this at all. It is Lam in lane 8 that gets there, 24.79. Gallucci goes 24.81, 2 100ths back.
There's the result for heat number 12. Here comes heat 13. Here we go, heat 13 then. Start off with Gareth Allen. Out there in lane 0. From then it's Anand, Morley, Batty, Thomas, Dawson, Frayne, Kasharin, Aldo Asadi, and Aldo Asadi again, 2 Saudi Arabian swimmers, Ruad and Nawaf. At the wall though, it's going to be Hayden Anand, 23.72. Georgi Kashirin in second position, and it was Lucas Thomas in third, 24.96. That was heat 13. This will be heat 14.
Fourteenth heat of the 53. It's Crossley in 0, Lynch in 1, Wards in 2, Petra in 3, No Lane 4, 5 is Corbo, 6 Roberts, 7 is Di Fiore, 8 is Morgan Hughes, and 9 is Battle. With 5 left to swim, again, it could be anyone's race. It's Corbo in lane 5, 24.37. Lorenzo De Fore goes 24.47, exactly 1/10 behind. Oliver Pedra completes your top three, all inside 25 seconds. Heat 14's official result is there. This is Heat 15. Heat 15 of 22, it's Waring in 0, Uphill in 1, Richardson in 2, Abul Saeed in 3, Dove in 4, Sudas in 5, Kimaro in 6, Inaki in 7, Legis in 8, and Josip in lane 9. Lane 4 might just have this, yeah, Louis Dove, 24.31, Kimaro goes 24.39. 8 100s between first and second. Inachi is third. This is Heat 16. Dorfeld in 0, it's Ramel in 1, Alfaridi in 2, Vasev in 3, Gorocholski in 4, Edwards in 5, Cahoon in 6, Lee in 7, Sharples in 8, and Starkus in lane 9. This one is clear, and it's lane 3, Matthew Vatev from the United States. Vatev goes 23.67 to finish in first place convincingly. It's Wilfred Lee second, 24.19. And Sky Sharples, 24.32. This is Heat 17. Zero is Braunschweig with Gularun in 1, Blazej in 2, Chung in 3, Kazulis in 4, Jordan in 5, Arnell in 6, Alshay in 7, Adams in 8, and Vosakovsky goes in lane 9. Lane 4 again this time around, Kazulis of Iceland goes 23.70. Braunschweig goes 23.83. Top 3 swimmers, all inside 24 seconds. This is Heat 18.
'18 of 22 then. Anstein, Clutterman, Manulov, Kaplan, Gale, Kauspidas, Smith, Rising, Halawi, and Morgan. They are the swimmers here in 18. Who's going to make it to the 50 meters ahead? It's good in 4, but it's better in 7. London Rising, 22.94. Once again, the US coach's arms aloft. That's his signal for happy. The orange shades are on, the smile across his face. That's the official results. This is Heat 19.
Ellard goes in 0, it's Sopit-Moss in 1, Brophy in 2, Kalinskov in 3, Exel in 4, Robinson in 5, Singh in 6, Sugard Anderson in 7, Pasek in 8, and Kovacs in lane 9. Well, Ellard in lane 0 is the S14 British record holder on the 53. First to finish is going to be Kolesnikov, 23.06. Two athletes to introduce to you in this next Heat 20. Behind lane 4, please welcome AP Race Ambassador Alex Cahoon. And behind lane 5, double Olympic champion and AP Race partner Matt Richards. This is Heat 20. So two big names in this one. Alex Cahoon in 4, Matt Richards in lane 5. Both AP Race ambassadors and partners respectively, and it's Matt Richards who seems to have the edge here. It is going to be Richards, I think, that'll take it in 5. 22.32 for Matt Richards this morning. Putting on a show for us in the heats. Nicholas Finch goes 22.52 to finish second. World Junior silver medalist Abdul-Jabbar Adama goes 22.57 to finish third. The top 4 all inside 23. This is Heat 21.
Oh, here we go then. Penultimate heat of the men's 50s. Kriske goes in lane 0. Tanis, Bissett, Shepherd, Fannin, Person, Cooley, Jones, Zabin, and Hunye. In towards the finish they come, and it will be lane 4 once again. Thomas Fannin takes this one, 22.13 ahead of Elias Persson of Sweden, 22.46 in second, and Jakias Kriske comes in 22.59. That's the official results for 21. Here is Heat 22.
Last race of these 50-meter freestyle swims, and Jonathan Kulo goes in lane 4 from the United States of America, gold medalist on the 4x100 freestyle mixed relay in Singapore for the United States. Last 10 meters, and it is Kulov who leads, but to his right-hand side is Ralph Sudabunsov. It is Kulov in first place, 22.13, exactly the same time as the previous heat was won in. Sudabunsov finishes second, and Jacob Mills third. Well, I'm intrigued to see who's made this final.
All right, there we go. Here's the summary of the men's 50 meters freestyle. Once again, put your hands together and say well done to all of the swimmers in all 22 heats of the men's 50 meters freestyle. All right, next up here at AP Race London International, day number 1. It's the women's 200 meters breaststroke heats. This is Heat 1. All right, here we go. We've got 5 heats of the women's 200 breaststroke. And we haven't had many of these, but all of our swimmers are from Great Britain in this one. So we've got Katie Salmon going in lane 2, just 14 years of age. Isla Adams in lane 3. Mia Curl in 4. Amelia Ashton in 5. Coco Joa in lane 6. And finishing on lineup, lane 7, Yasmin Amiri. In towards the finish then once again. Let's make a bit of noise. Oh, it's 200. All right, make some noise anyway. 100 metres gone. Make some noise anyway. Matthew McNicholas talking in my ear. He made sense, to be fair. You made real sense, Matthew. Leader here, Salmon 120, 129. There's the other side, the other 14-year-old in second, Yasmin Amiri. It's a decent lead as well they've got going on. Again, the 2 youngest swimmers of the lot leading the way. Don't forget, we're going to give you some more information about the Turns Masterclass, the Dive Starts Masterclass, and the Breaststroke Masterclass events that we're holding here over the course of the weekend. In the next race, I'm going to tell you all about it once again and how you can get involved. If you didn't sign up earlier or you missed it, we're going to tell you how you can get involved with these wonderful masterclasses. The first 2 days being held by Anna Hopkin and Carl Sockwell. On the final day of the Breaststroke Masterclass by Adam Ramsey PT. You want to get signed up if you haven't already. I'll tell you how you can do that in just a few moments' time. All right, going very well is Yasmin Amiri in lane number 7, and Amiri is going to take this quite handsomely as well. So put your hands together. This time I'm going to get it right. Make some noise for Yasmin Amiri as she comes towards the wall. It will be lane 7 that takes it, 2:48.28. All right, official result, heat number 1 is on our board. Here's heat 2. All right, away they go here in heat number 2. Borlak in lane 0 for Great Britain. Jade Augustin in Great Britain as well. Skansden of Norway in 2. Benelli, Switzerland in 3. Anna Farr, Great Britain in 4. 5 is the Italian Pierandre Simmons should I say, in lane 6 for Great Britain. O'Brien as well. We've got Baring in lane 8 and Bedin of Italy in lane number 9. Now the wonderful John Mason has come to join us. 2 little things we're going to discuss. Firstly, me and John Shane, we share the same barbers, I heard recently. Yeah, it was something I saw on Instagram. You were going to a barber's. I thought, I go there. That's exactly right. Forget that. How wonderful is it that you can sign up to one of these masterclasses over the weekend here with AP Race and be taught by the legends that are Anna Hopkin, Kyle Sockwell, and on Monday a breaststroke masterclass with the man himself, Adam Ramsey PT. What a great way to spend a weekend.
through here. It's absolutely rapid. We're going to see some very fast finals tonight. And obviously seeing the development of that young talent here in the UK. And for these countries that are coming, if you guys want to get involved in these masterclasses, you can do that. Be taught by, like you said, Anna Hopkin, you know, Olympic gold medalist. We got Adam Ramsey, PD, passing their knowledge on to the younger generation, which is an amazing thing to be a part of. And we're seeing it pay off. You know, we're looking at this pool. Some of these times have taken my breath away. We're at a world-class level here, and I think these youngsters coming in, not just getting the racing experience in the pool, racing against some of these athletes, but having those opportunities to be taught by them, makes it exciting for me. The future of the sport is bright, Alan.
And the great thing is, like, the atmosphere's been fantastic. These guys up in the crowd, they've ignored the sunshine outside. But tonight, if you're coming tonight, you are going to see a completely different show altogether. This place comes alive underneath the belly of the whale.
It certainly does. And we get to do our thing as well, Alan. Yeah, if you guys don't have tickets for tonight, make sure you get them. Tonight is the show. You're going to see the best in the world doing their thing. We got so much going on. I got free stuff to give away. We have exhibition races. And maybe, who knows, we might see a record. I would love that. Big record for AP Race London International. Oh!
We're looking forward to tonight, but let's look forward to the final 15 metres or so of this one. We've got a battle going on here. Anna Farr is not that far ahead, but it is at the lane number 9, Bedding, that's the closest to him. Let's give a big round of applause as they come in towards the wall. Then let's take a look at these times. In 4, Anna Farr goes 2:42.68. Julia Bedding in second, 2:44.06. The rest come crashing in to the wall to register their times here in heat number 2.
This is heat 3. Into heat 3 of the women's 200 breaststroke, it's Ondrakova from Slovakia in 0, Pavlovsky from the US in 1, Kaduri for the US in 2, Bianchi for Great Britain in 3, Ryback Anderson for Denmark in 4, Vasquez goes in lane 5 for Spain, Kula is in 6 for Great Britain, Cook in 7 for Britain, Igolfs Dodotia for Iceland in 8, and Andres Dotia of Iceland in lane 9.
All right, John Mason's still hanging on the shoulder of me and Matthew in the commentary box like a persistent cough. You are, that just won't go away. Talk to me about you putting your microphone down this weekend and getting in the water.
Yeah, I've been roped into it, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm racing tomorrow night, the wonderful Kyle Sockwell. I'm feeling the pressure. You know, I got talked into this. I was like, I watch them do it. I get paid to talk about swimming, and now I'm going to have to actually do the swimming part myself. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. So if you haven't got tickets for tomorrow night, come on down. I'm going to need all the support I can get. But before we get to me tomorrow night, tonight we have a mystery guest.
Mystery.
Kyle is going to be racing it's a mystery, but it's a good one. I know the answer to it. I'm not going to break the secret. You guys are going to love it.
I know Ed's going to look at me in a second, but I will tell people for cash. So if you want to come and see me later on, go to the Westfield. I will tell you for cash who the mystery swimmer. I won't, honestly. I'm signed a paper. I'm not allowed to do it. But what I can tell you is it is epic. If you want to come tonight, tomorrow, great. John Mason, I've seen John Mason swim. That's great. But you want to come tonight, the mystery guest that is swimming against Kyle Sockwell, it is fantastic, and it will be a very, very good race. Now, John, I'll come back to you when we get to our next heat number 4. Matthew, what on earth's happening in the water?
Yeah, it's a lead coming from the British swimmer in lane 3. Charlotte Bianchi leads the way at the moment. She's 20 years old from Great Britain, racing as part of the Swimming the North East regional team, who have headed down for the second year running. Great to have that support here in London again. As we come to the last 5 now, it's going to be Bianchi that takes first place looking to go under 228. She'll pretty much equal that. 228.61 for Bianchi to finish the heat in first place. The only swimmer underneath 230. Vasquez finishes second in 230.87. Clara Ryback goes third in 231.3. This is heat 4. Penultimate heat of the women's 200 breaststroke. Jasmine Carter of Britain's in 0. Eva Falsdottir of Iceland in 1. Hannah Bowley for Great Britain in 2. Lena Ludwig of Germany in 3. Abby Wood goes in 4 for England. In 5 it's Kristina Hoska for Czechia. 6 is Kamila Stoimenova for Bulgaria. And 7 it's Bryce Winsenrud for the United States. 8 is Maya Makani for the United States. And 9 is Annalise Elford for Great Britain.
Now everybody knows that our belief is that better than yesterday is what we should all strive to be. But John Mason, in all seriousness, we're already better than last year. This place looks absolutely fantastic. Look at the size of this screen. I can't wait to see your face on this screen.
Oh, you'll be sick of it, mate. Yeah, it's been amazing watching this grow over the last few years. You know, we're seeing it elevate to a level, as you say, better than yesterday. I'm lucky enough to get to do this sort of all over the world, World Aquatics, etc. And this really has, AP Race London International has become one of the sort of benchmark meets worldwide. And seeing it grow has been a pretty spectacular thing. And to watch the athletes come and put in performances, it's becoming a meet to be at. You know, like people don't want to miss this. I know there's some athletes that aren't here this year that reached out to me and sort of said, oh, we're gutted, we can't be there this year. You know, people want to come to this one now. So I love seeing that. I love having it at the London Aquatics Centre. It's such an iconic venue and seeing some performances that are blowing my mind already this morning. Some of these are rapid.
People know you and I spend our time traveling the world, being at wonderful events, but I think we share a common theme, is that this is one that hits our diary every year, and we can't wait to be here with all these wonderful people, with all these wonderful athletes, because it just gets bigger and better every time.
I'm never getting a May bank holiday again. This is my May bank holiday forever.
It's a bank holiday.
Who needs a bank holiday?
Nobody told me.
This?
Here we go. This is heat 4 of 5. If you're not joining us for the remainder of the weekend, don't forget you can watch this fantastic event now being live streamed. That's another improvement, another better than yesterday moment that we're bringing to you. You can tune in and watch live. Let's give a big cheer to these swimmers then as they come towards the wall. Look how close this one is. Stoimenova's in there. Abby Wood's in there. It's Ludwig that's going to take it though. 229.66 just in front of Kamila Stoimenova of Bulgaria, and Abby Wood in third. Whets the appetite for this evening's events for sure. We've still got one more heat to come of this one.
This is heat 5.
All right, final heats of this event then. The women's 200-meter breaststroke, heat 5 of 5. Amelia Makoski of Germany goes in lane 0. Lila Wilbur, USA in 1. Lynn Grobe, Switzerland in lane number 2. Imogen Miles, Great Britain in 3. Lane 4. Angharad Evans, Great Britain 5. Estonia's Eneli Jefimova, 6 for the United States. Abigail Bonham. Got Chloe Bowen, Great Britain in 7, Marley Monson, Canada in 8, and Shola Robinson, Great Britain, going in lane number 9. We're heading into the men's 200 backstroke event next. We've then got the women's 50 backstroke, men's 50 breaststroke, and we've also got some men's 1500 meter races to give you as well. Don't forget our junior B and para finals kick off at 4:30 this afternoon. The super finals start at 7, but we'd love you to be here for those junior, para and B finals to raise the atmosphere and give some of the youngsters and the B finalists an atmosphere to enjoy as well. But those super finals, along with our mystery swimmer against Carl Sockwell, we are looking forward to that later on too.
One of the things we've not spoken about too much so far today is the prize money available, a huge £10,000 winning prize for scoring the most World Aquatics points. Now, Angharad Evans set the British record in the 200 breaststroke. That time would win the point score based on last year. That was more points than have ever been scored at an AP race London International. 954 points would be the equal British record. She's got 25 meters left to go here. Look how clear she is ahead of Emily Jefimova and Imogen Miles. It is absolutely going to be the British swimmer in lane 4 who finishes first. So that's the British record at that point there. 5 meters back from that as she comes through to take first place in this heat. It's Evans in 2:26.55. Second is Emily Jefimova in 2:30.09, and Imogen Miles just behind, 2:30.73.
Right, there we go. The official result for heat number 5. Angharad Evans taking it 2:26.55. There's the summary of the top 10. Once again, let's have a big round of applause for all of the swimmers in the women's 200 meters breaststroke heats. Angharad Evans from Charlotte Bianchi and Lena Ludwig. That is the top 3 as we think about tonight's finals. Well, now we head into the men's 200 meters backstroke. Welcome the athletes for the heats. This is heat number 1.
First of 6 heats of the men's 200 backstroke at the AP race London International 2026. It's Magnus Jonsson of Iceland in 2, Eric Mesup for Estonia in 3, Joseph Coleman for the United States in 4, Kanan Al-Khatib for Saudi Arabia in 5, and Jude Staton for Great Britain is in lane 6.
The swimmers looking up to the iconic Wales belly here inside the London Aquatic Centre. Halfway stage of our first heat, and it's Magnus Jonsson of Iceland leading the way. Staton in second place. Those two have a little bit of a lead on the other three, but coming strongly is Coleman of the United States of America. Just inside 140, so 138.19 for Johnson. And now it's Mesep of Estonia moving into second place ahead of Staton, Coleman and Al-Khatib. But no doubting who's going to take our first heat. Let's make some noise for Magnus Jonsson here in lane number 2. Give him a big round of applause. He's going to win this by some distance in the first heat. 2:11.68 for Jonsson. Mesep and Staton second and third. Heat 2.
Second heat is away. It's David Davis in lane 0. Xavier Zuban in 1. Nathan Carr's in 2. Josh Turner in 3. 4 is Charles Begin. In 5, Mason Amiri. 6 is Mohamed Al-Khani. 7, Armandus Marropoulou. In 8, it's Ethan Andrews. And 9 is Harrison Galloway. Turning with 50 meters left to swim, and it's Charles Begin who leads here. 1:34.87 for the swimmer in lane 4. Only really being pushed by Nathan Carr in 2. 15 meters left to go now. And it will continue to be Begin in the centre who finishes first. 2:07.91 for the American. 2:08.06 for his teammate Nathan Carr. And Josh Turner, 2:12.87 finishes third. There's the official result for Heat 2. This is heat 3.
Here we go with heat 3 then. Sean Waring, Malta in lane 0. Finn Adams, Great Britain in 1, 2. Zveigar Sigthorsson from Iceland. Aiden Tarazas, United States of America in 3. Dominic Bartoletti, Great Britain in lane 4. Jarno van Dam of the Netherlands is in 5. Oliver Parry, Great Britain in 6. Joseph Bale, Great Britain in 7. Lachlan Taylor, Great Britain in 8, and Joe Helps, also for Great Britain, finishing the lineup in lane number 9.
Jarno van Dam leads through the first 100 meters, 61.41. Adin Terrazas goes 102.78 and turns second. Absolutely flying down this back 50 is Adin Terrazas from the United States. And actually, Terrazas, look at the energy he still has on this last 50. He's going to take the win. I'm not entirely sure how. He was nowhere to be seen, really. And then, absolutely flew down that last 50. Back in 31.02. Finishes in 2:07.10. Jarno van Dam goes 2:08.96 to finish second. Oliver Parry 2:11.93. This is heat 4. Pablo Pareja goes in 0. Griffin Uhler in 1 and Quinn Caputo in 2, all from the United States. It's Toby Godsall in 3 for Great Britain. 4 is Jack Scarry of Team England. 5, Dan Ransom for Great Britain. 6 is Gudmundur Raffensen from Iceland. 7 is Oliver Davis Tutil from Great Britain. 8 is Mac Nurkic Kapoor of Bosnia and Herzegovina. And 9 is Henry Norman for Great Britain. Griffin Ola leads 59.60. Toby Godsall second, 59.78. And Gudmundur Rafnsson is third at the moment. We're into our cycle seeded heats now with Jack Scarry, the third fastest entrant into the AP Race London International on the 200 backstroke. He'll be looking for a spot in tonight's super final. Absolutely no idea where this race is going to go though. Lane 5 maybe. Dan Ransom will come through to take it. Yes, he will. Daniel Ransom goes 2:02.40 to take first place. Second is Toby Godsall in 2:02.94. And Griffin Ulla goes 2:03.02 to take third. The official result is there. This is Heat 5. Monty Smith goes in lane 0 for Great Britain. It's David Burr of Germany in 1. Isaac Thompson of Great Britain goes in 2. Carlos Gonzalez of Spain in 3. David King for the United States in 4. Cameron Brooker for England in 5. Austin Manley goes in 6 for Repton. 7 is Ben Harrison for Great Britain. 8 is Jensen Owen of Great Britain. And 9 is Joseph Adams of Great Britain. The other British athletes representing North East region and also Chelsea and Westminster. We've got Wickham District and Mount Kelly all in the water. It's Carlos Gonzalez who leads though. Second is David King. Last 50 meters now. David King has started to take a lead, the 21-year-old from the United States. Entry time of 1:55.64 is the second fastest entry into the AP Race London International. Last 10 now. It's going to be King from Brooker. I should think Brooker strong on the last few, but it will be David King who touches first. 1:59.96. Cam Brooker goes 2 minutes, 0.88 to finish second. Carlos Gonzalez goes 2:01.95. One more heat to go of this one, and please welcome behind lane 4, AP race athlete and Olympic medalist, Luke Greenbank. This is Heat 6. Zero on this one is Björn Janssen for Iceland. 1 is Christian Wester for the United States. 2 is Michal Judnicki for Czechia. 3, Braden Capen for the United States. 4, we've already introduced you to Mr. Luke Greenbank, representing England here this weekend. Ivan Martinez of Spain goes in 5. Benjamin Ackley for the USA in 6. Ben Cross of Great Britain in 7. John Murphy for the United States of America in 8. And Zach Sheriff for Great Britain is in lane 9. Greenbank leads the way through the first 100 meters. He's over in 58.23. Martinez goes 58.94. And Braden Capen 59.35. So the top 3 all underneath the minute mark on the first 100s. Luke Greenbank was the British silver medalist in this pool on the 200 backstroke only a few weeks ago. It was an incredibly close race, featuring some amazing skill from Greenbank. His underwater on the last turn was exceptional, and it wasn't much different there. Great last turn from the AP race athlete in lane 4. Let's give him a little bit of encouragement as we get these last 5 meters in then. Luke Greenbank in lane 4 is going to finish in first place. He's going to be just over the 2-minute mark, 2 minutes .48, but he will be safely through to the super final with that effort. Ivan Martinez finishes second, 2:02.59, and Braden Capen goes 2:02.86 to finish third. And there are your super finalists on screen. We will see King, Greenbank, Brooker, Gonzalez, Ransom, Martinez, Capen, Godsall, Ochwa, and Ranson all in the water in the super final tonight. And London, please put your hands together and say a huge well done to all the athletes who swam in the men's 200 backstroke over the last half an hour or so. Please welcome the athletes for our next event, the women's 50 meters backstroke heats. This is heat 1. Hall Barnett's in 0, Randall is in 1, Barringer in 2, Chinaglia in 3, Schreiber in 4, King in 5, Splesher in 6, Brand in 7, Statton in 8, and Keeling is in lane 9. Under the backstroke flags and lane 5 or 3 can take it. It's 5, Isabel King in 33.73. Alba Chinglia goes second. This is Heat 2. Kuzak in 0, Wawa in 1, Despians in 2, Sheffout in 3, Carroll's in 4, 5 is Gregory, 6 is Lamb, 7 is Amiri, 8 is Colquhoun, and 9 is Harkin. Ursula Carroll in lane 4, one of our para-swimming athletes. She races in the S13 para-swimming classification, which means she has a visual impairment. The British record for an S13 is 32.92, which is not far off. Let's see what the time is here. 32.61, and we've had our first British record of the AP Race London International. Ursula Carroll has just broken the S13 50 meters backstroke British record. Congratulations, Ursula. This is Heat 3. Saville goes in 0, it's Biglianglu in 1, Assini in 2, Symington in 3, Ovia in 4, 5 is Nelson, 6 is Magnian, 7 is Futasugi, 8 is Kaduma, and 9 is Moody. All British athletes apart from Brazilian Futasugi in lane 7. Last 5 now, and no clear leader under those 5 meter flags. This could go to anyone. It is lane 8, Kaduma in 32.49. Magnian second in 32.53. There's the official result for Heat 3. And this is Heat 4. Siganotto in 0, Snudsboo in 1, Gill in 2, Forster in 3, it's Jordan in 4, 5 is Edwards, 6 is Furin, 7 is Clear, 8 is Bonici, and 9 is Delgado. 35 meters down, 15 left to swim. Again, these races almost impossible to call. Absolutely any of the 10 could take it. It's lane 0, Matilda Siganotto, 31.91. Second is Jordan in 32.05. The entire field separated by less than a second. This is Heat 5. The 0 is Cameron. Rupasinghe goes in 1. Krisafi in 2, Hatton in 3, Verters in 4, Johnson in 5, it's Ghazal in 6, Hernandez Taylor in 7, Bering in 8, and Bradshaw in lane 9. Interesting fact for you, Kirsty Johnson in lane 5 broke the Masters world record in her age group in this pool last weekend. That sits at 30.45. Johnson will take first place just outside that mark, 30.68. Second is Kenzie Bradshaw in 30.83. Brianna Valters goes 31.08 to take third. There's the official result for Heat 5. This is Heat 6. Stoimanova in 0, it's Djokovic in 1, Simmons in 2, Schumacher in 3, 4 is Tins, 5 Collier, 6 is Adeje, 7 is Samelli, Davenga, and 8 is Marquez, and 9 is Nabohenko. It's going to be lane 9, look at this from lane 9, Nabohenko goes 29.14, great swim on the outside from Nabohenko. The 24-year-old from Czechia breaks the 30-second mark, the only swimmer in the heat to do so, the only swimmer so far to do so. This is Heat 7. Zero on this one is Garlick with Corey in 1, Waymond in 2, Dwifa Clark in 3, Gokak in 4, Block in 5, Timmer in 6, Hall in 7, Wilkie in 8, and Monday in lane 9. It's lane 1, Mackenzie Corey, who seems to protrude from the rest of the pack. The 16-year-old from the United States might just get it or may get pipped. She does hold on, 29.93, second swimmer underneath 30 seconds this morning. Candice Hall in third. Official result on screen for Heat 7. This is Heat 8. Zero is Young with Halasi in 1, Kristamandatia goes in 2, Vertmunik in 3, Freeman in 4, Wagner in 5, Biegler in 6, Holt in 7, Lichtendonk in 8, and Buff in lane 9. It's lane 7. Nina Holt, who leads here, the 23-year-old from Germany, has an entry time under 30 and goes under 30, 29.10 for Nina Holt. It's Mia Buff in 29.29 to take second. A few of them drop underneath the 30-second mark there. The top 4 all break 30. This is Heat 9. It's Tabel in 0, Shanahan in 1, Lee in 2, Harris in 3, Kinsman in 4, Sagal in 5, Berger in 6, Walsh in 7, Chan in 8, and Warrior in lane 9. Expect this one to be very fast indeed. From this and then the next two heats, we're going to see some very, very quick swims, and 4 and 5 aren't going to disappoint. It's Sagal in 5, 28.47. Kinsman goes 28.53. Harris in the top 3, 28.78. And Alan Walsh also dips underneath 29 seconds. So now 4 sub 29. This is heat 10. Penultimate heat of women's 50 backstroke. Nilsson in 0, Sutton in 1, Francis in 2, Jakobsen 3, Gilles in 4, Crush in 5, Ward in 6, Schillinger 7, Harrant 8, and Shepherd in lane 9. Lane 4 now starting to pull ahead. Tessa Gilles from the Netherlands. I think she will hold off the field as she comes under the flags. It will be Gilles who finishes first, 28.46. Second is Crush, 28.70. And third is Francis, 28.93. One more heat to bring you, and we need to introduce someone behind lane 4. Please welcome AP Race Ambassador and World Championship medalist, Lauren Cox. This is heat 11. $50-meter backstroke, final heat, and Lauren Cox in lane 4 was the overall prize winner. She won that £10,000 prize last year with a new British record. 27.15 is where that record mark sits. It is Cox ahead with 10 meters left to go. Lauren Cox of England in the center against the clock. What time can she go? It's 27.88 for Lauren Cox this morning, the only swimmer under 28 seconds in the fields. Martine Damborg goes 28.89 to finish second, and Mari Randvali in third. And on screen now are your super finalists. So Lauren Cox goes through in lane 4 tonight. She'll be challenged by Tessa Gilles and Melissa Sagal. We've got Kinsman, Crush, Harris, Walsh, Damborg, Randvali, and Francis. And London, please put your hands together. A huge round of applause for all the athletes in the women's 50 meters backstroke this afternoon. Please welcome the athletes for the men's 50 meters breaststroke heats. This is heat 1. Lane 3 is Gabriele Fratello. In 4 it's Eduardo Migotto, and in lane 5 it's Oliver Drew. Gabriele and Eduardo both from Italy, and Oliver from Great Britain. There's the two Italians in 3 and 4 who lead as we come into the final 5. Lane 4, Migotto, will finish in first place. 32.73 is more than 2 seconds faster than his entry time. Gabriele Fratello finishes second. This is Heat 2. Cuthbert goes in 0 with Hashim in 1, Yeboah in 2, Shikalis in 3, Harvey in 4, Harrigan 5, Galucci in 6, Bajega goes in 7, Lount in 8, and Woodward is in lane 9. It's lane 2, Robin Yeboah from Switzerland, who appears to lead but may get pipped by 8. No, he doesn't. It's Robin Yeboah who finishes first, 32.47. Lount in lane 8 finishes second, 32.78. Third was Matt Shakalis, 32.99. Top 3 all underneath 33 seconds. This is Heat 3. Simpson in 0, Trapvine in 1, Wilson's in 2, Al Kamadi in 3, Ela in 4, it's Gregory in 5, Herity in 6, Cockett in 7, 8 is Herrera, and 9 is Olsen. Lane 2, just ahead here, Jacob Wilson from Great Britain goes 32.75. Second is Luis Jimenez Herrera. This is Heat 4. The still in 0, it's Lawson in 1, Berry in 2, Starks in 3, Brunson in 4, Van Nuik in 5, Malik in 6, Hartvigsen in 7, Hall in 8, and Battle in lane 9. No idea who's winning this one. It is lane 3, Paul Starks in 32.77. Second is Lee Erstl in 32.83. In fact, Lee Erstl and Charles Hall tied for second place. Heat 5. It's Phillips in 0 with Satariano in 1, Alsaif in 2, Amiri in 3, Sivardi in 4, Sanders 5, Minello in 6, Burkill in 7, Moldavanu in 8, and Lewis in lane 9. Lane 1, Matthew Satariano of Malta will finish second, pipped by Lucas Sanders in lane 5, who takes first, 30.38. Satariano goes 30.84. Sanders had a fantastic closing few meters. Really tied that up in the last 5 or so. Heat 6. Sartori is in 0, uphill in 1, Johnson in 2, Piga in 3, McLean in 4, Castellazzi in 5, Taylor in 6, Ain in 7, Amelia in 8, and Vidat in lane 9. It's going to be lane 9, I think, possibly 4. It is 4, Brett McLean in 30.53, Vidat goes 30.65. 12 100ths of a second between first and second. Vidat from the Seychelles. We really do have people from all over the world racing in the AP Race London International this year. This is Heat 7. Turner, Williams, Lynch, Higgins, Carter, Tannis, Camplin, Alaboid, Maref and Jordan in the water this time around. Jaden Carter in lane 4 is 15 from Mount Kelly, but he's not the fastest up. That seems to be lane 5. Floris Tannis from the Netherlands. And I think he will just be able to hold off the field. It is Tannis in 29.75. We're now underneath the 30-second mark. Charles Campling goes 30.06 to take second. This is Heat 8. Dawson in 0, Thomas in 1, Awan in 2. Konsani in 3, Enerson in 4, Mills in 5, Arnold in 6, Bennell in 7, Everson in 8, and Al Sabiani in lane 9. Martin Bennell in lane 7, aged 49. A regular AP race events, and he's holding his own against this field as well. It's Konseani who finishes first, 29.11. Enerson goes 29.67 to finish second. Martin Bennell is over the moon with that swim, and he's finished third, 29.74. Look at the reaction from him. Huge smile. This is Heat 9. Donnelly is in 0, Pisha in 1, Turnbull's in 2, Huigner in 3, O'Brien in 4, Hookston in 5, Land in 6, Weeks in 7, Friedman in 8, and Gallagher is in lane 9. It's between lanes 2 and 3, I'd say here. Turnbull in 2, Huigner in free. Now O'Brien comes through. It is Turnbull that takes it 29.07. O'Brien goes 29.32. Hügner 29.49. Just waiting for that result to be confirmed as official. This is Heat 10. Zero is Bjornsson, 1 is Griffiths, 2 is Starkus, 3 is Disco Sway, 4 is Norlin, 5 is Frayne, 6 is Pedersen, 7 is Alotaibi, 8 Robson, and 9 is Boskert. It's lane 6 who seems to be ahead. Pedersen of Denmark finishes first, 28.13, really strong time, really strong time. Second is Disosway, 28.93. Alot is over the moon with his 29. This is Heat 11. Into the cycle seeded heats, Nelderberg in 0, Inglis in 1, Zutslu in 2, Butler in 3, Gar in 4, Masaraf in 5, Wolf in 6, Nunziata in 7, Nimander in 8, and Neff in lane 9. It's going to be very tight. It's Gore in 27.39. Second is Nunziata. Butler in third. Behind lane 4 on this race, please welcome AP Race Ambassador and double World Junior Champion, Filip Nowacki. This is Heat 12. Filip Nowacki goes in lane 4, the newest addition to the AP Race clan. The 18-year-old from Great Britain will be racing at the Commonwealth Games under the Jersey banner, will be racing at the European Championships under the Britain banner. Last 5 meters, and it will be Nowacki who finishes in first place here. Into the wall for Filip Nowacki, 27.18 for Filip, is fast in the heats this morning. Really fast in the heats this morning. Elias Elsgaard goes 27.54. It's Snorri Innocent in third. And if you have a little look behind lane 4, a man who needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway. Please welcome AP Race founder and triple Olympic champion, Adam Ramsey Peaty. This is heat 13. A hush falls around the London Aquatic Centre as everyone kind of stops what they're doing to watch Adam Ramsey Peaty race. The man in lane 4, founder of AP Race, is looking to see if he can challenge up-and-coming Philip Nowacki, who just won a 27.1. That's a very fast time, and look, Ramsey Peaty being challenged here by Avakov on his right-hand side. Will Adam Ramsey Peaty finish first? No, he'll finish second. 26.86 from Alexei Avakov. Definitely deserves a round of applause. Huge swim from Alexei. He will go in lane 4 of tonight's final. It'll be Adam Ramsey Peaty in lane 5 right next to him. Oliver Dawson of Canada finishes third. Well, fascinating stuff. Okay, your finalists are on the screen. We will see Avakov, we'll see Ramsey Peaty, we'll see Nowacki, Dawson, Gore, Morgan, Nunziata. And a huge round of applause, please, London, for all of the athletes who competed in the men's 50 breaststroke this afternoon. Some absolutely fantastic performances over the last little while. Please welcome the athletes for our next event, the men's 1500 meters freestyle heats. This is heat 1. Men's 1500 meters freestyle is away. Only one heat of this to bring you. The fastest heat will go into tonight's super finals session automatically. So the 10 fastest qualifiers will race like a final tonight. Of course, technically, you could see a swim in this heat that placed faster than any of the swims that are to come. In that case, they would be the overall champion. Unlikely, however, as there are some big names in that 1500 freestyle super final. In this heat, we've got Tyler Kaminsky in 0, Samuel Mansdina in 1, Leopold Nura in 2, Kai Joyner in 3, Alessio Saratoretto goes in 4, 5 is Thomas Jabilko, 6 is Peter Moravec, in 7 is Aidan Turner, 8 is Owen Miklos, and 9 is Quinn Caputo. 30 lengths of the London Aquatic Centre for the athletes in the pool right now. And some pretty fast times, really, considering that this is not the fastest heat. The fastest entry here is Alessio Sartoretto from Italy. Entry time of 15:39.0. In order to make the cut at all, you needed a 16:11, which is the time of Quinn Caputo in lane 9. Both of those very respectable times for a 1500. This is the 400-meter turn coming up, so 400 down, 1,100 meters left to race. Peter Moravec turns in 4:04.96. Peter Moravec is currently about 5 seconds inside PB pace. Lifetime best on the 1500 is 15:55. When he set that, he turned in 5:13. He just turned in a 5:07. So could we be on for something special here from Peter Moravec?
Don't forget, 4:30, B Junior Parafinals, the whole schmozzle right here inside the London Aquatic Centre. 4:30, we get that started. 7 p.m, the Super Finals commence. We are looking forward to the action very, very much. We're going to kick off with the women's 400 freestyle. We'll work all the way through the men's 4x1 freestyle relay as well. We got relays. Everyone.
I totally forgot about the relays. The relays. I totally forgot about the relays.
Don't forget about the relays.
That's going to be really exciting. Relay exciting?
People in those stands think that we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Sometimes.
I think it's worth saying that the B Junior finals, the quality of swimming that you're going to see in those is going to be exceptional. Like, you're going to have to be very, very good to get into the B and junior finals, and then you're going to have to be very, very, very good to get into the super finals. So absolutely worth making sure you're in your seats at 4:30 for those B, junior and para finals.
And don't forget, we've already had a British para record set right here. So the record books are already better than yesterday.
They are already better than yesterday. Absolutely.
There's a man in a hat has appeared down on poolside. He's getting himself ready for the action a little bit later on. He's approaching. Doesn't seem to have a lasso though, just the hat. Well, my, look who it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Sockwell's in the house. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, doing great. What a great venue, what a great event so far. And if you think prelims are fun, just wait for finals tonight.
I feel like you've turned up because there's 6 Americans in this one singular race. It's quite apt that you've turned up at that point.
Yeah, it's fun to see some people from the USA swimming pretty fast, but I do want to call out how fast the AP race team just went in that 50 breaststroke. Philip, Adam, I'm taking notes, doing a few of those.
I need to go and have a chat with the American coach with the orange sunglasses. We need to have a conversation about who's got the most different coloured sunglasses. I think I'm on a winner here.
Mine are pretty boring, so I'm not going to get involved in that one, but I don't know. I'm going to go with yours.
Yeah, they're orange, but does he have 20 different colours like I do? That's the question for you. I'll trade some. That'll be all good. Are you looking forward to this weekend's activities? You're teaching, you're swimming, you're just being genuinely you across the building for the next 3 days?
Yeah, it's fun to get to genuinely be you, and unfortunately in the 50 breaststroke, when you're genuinely you, you see exactly what that means reflected in the time that you go. So hopefully the plan is to go faster every single night in that 50. But I mean, what an event. It's fun to be involved at a deeper level this year. It's fun to watch this year over year just become more and more of a show. As, you know, we've got incredible athletes here. They deserve to be, you know, put on a little bit of a pedestal when they walk out. With the walkout, with the lights, you know, just wait for tonight.
Now, you obviously swam here last year. A little bit of a redemption story for you this year. Try and get your title back. Is it hard having a mystery opponent to swim against? How do you mentally prepare for that?
You know, it's the advice that I would give to any kid, young swimmer. Just stay in your lane. The only thing that you can control is your race preparation, your mental preparation, and then as you swim, just doing exactly what you trained to do. Now, I've only trained 3 weeks for this, but we're going to do the exact same thing I just said. I'm going to stay in my lane and we'll see what happens.
I know who your mystery opponent is, and maybe 3 weeks is possibly not enough, but we'll cross that bridge. I think it was Chad Leclos that said that if he saw out of the corner of his eye somebody looking at him, he knew he'd won the race. I think you're absolutely right. Focus on you, focus on your game plan, and get on with it.
Yeah, unfortunately last year out of the corner of my eye, I saw a guy named Adam pulling away from me quite a bit. It was a little bit humbling, but this year, I think we did an extra week of training, and I've got some stroke changes that I'm working on that could be good or could be really bad. It's a coin flip.
You're doing the turns masterclass and the dive starts masterclass with the wonderful Anna Hopkin. Are you looking forward to see what talent is around this area who've actually purchased tickets to go and be part of these masterclasses? Are you looking forward to seeing that?
Oh, absolutely. I always say that one of the most rewarding and fun things that you can do as, I would say, an alumni of the sport is look back on what you wish you had done better as a young swimmer and then help other young swimmers do that. So coaching and getting to inspire young swimmers is about as good as it gets.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for joining us right now. Me and Matthew are going to see out the rest of this 1500. Ladies and gentlemen, under the Aquatic Centre, Kyle Sockwell. We'll see him later on this evening. Thank you very much, Kyle. We are looking forward to this afternoon. We really, really are. Okay, back to the racing here. Moravec 11:26.03 goes over. Nurit is in second. It's Joyner in third. They're the top three so far in this 1500 metre race as we fast approach 12 minutes on the clock.
This is the 1200 meter turn approaching for our race leader in lane 6. Peter Moravec is on track for a huge new PB. Previous best was 15:55.93. Currently he's sat like more than 10 seconds inside that, so definitely on track for a big swim here. 13 minutes, 0.85 on that turn. Well, when he set his best, it was 13:17. So he is currently 17 seconds inside best time. The bell goes for Peter Moravec. The swimmer from Czechia looking to set a new best time. So that turn there was 14:36.14. Wow. When he set his PB, it was 14:54. So he is like 20 seconds inside PB pace. This is going to be something special from Peter Moravec in lane 6. Into our final 50 meters then. Peter Moravec turns in 15:06.99. He is now bang on 20 seconds inside PB pace. Previous best time 15:55.93. Let's get him a new lifetime best.
There's people watching from up against the barriers at the top. Morning, have you had a good time? Everybody here had a good time? Hope you've really enjoyed day one of the AP race London International. We have just enjoyed a very, very good swim from Peter Moravec of Czechia, 15:37.18. Let's keep the applause coming for all of the swimmers as they come in. Nurik goes 15:42.71. Kai Joyner goes 15:48.87. Fourth will go to Owen Miklos, 15:55.66. Marsteiner next in sixth position. We got Sartoretto, 15:58.89. Final few swimmers coming in then. London, put your hands together for our last bit of action here on day one's heats. And let's give it up here for our final swimmer coming in, Quinn Caputo of the United States of America. Into the final few meters. Well done to all of the swimmers taking part here on day one. Well, that's the official result for the men's 1500 meter freestyle. Let's have a big round of applause for our officials and our volunteers. Thank you very much to all officials and volunteers. A wonderful effort. Some of you mustered a smile, others just grimaced. Most of you got wet. Thank you very much for being part of it. you can leave the poolside. We are all done here for the morning of day one of the AP race, London International. We'll see you all just before 4:30 this afternoon. Goodbye.